Hey guys, Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana with another episode of Explore the Card, where we take a deep dive look into a Michael Jordan insert or parallel card from the 1990s. Today, episode 16 features the 1998 Skybox Premium Intimidation Nation card number 8. As you can see on the thumbnail, beautiful card, very unique, very rare card. Again, we're going to get into some pretty detailed numbers and statistics on this card, which doesn't sell very often, but we're going to do our best to kind of glean value from the various level of grades in PSA and BGS. And as I always do, I always want to start out by showing you what copy of the card that I own, if any. That way you get some sense of transparency. So I've got pulled up on my screen here, as you can see, the PSA 8. Unfortunately, I don't have the big dog. I don't have the PSA 10 or the BGS 9.5 yet. This PSA 8 is my copy. It's a super clean copy. As you can see, there's a little bit of white tips on these corners. I don't know if you can get that close on the screen. PWCC does an amazing job with their digital images. For of all the things that I like about PWCC, I like to be able to really get up close and personal with the card. But we're going to get a little bit more detail into the card itself in a second. But as always, when we do explore the card, the first thing I like to do is kind of start from the ground up and talk to you a little bit about the set itself. So 1998 Skybox Premium consists of 265 cards total. Cards number 1 through 125 are Series 1 cards. They come in Series 1 packs and Series 1 boxes. Series 2 consists of cards number 126 through cards 265. From what I could glean from Trading Card Database, which always gives us our set background information, I could not determine any particular team or alphabetical order that the cards come in as far as the set checklist numerical order. The rookie cards are cards number 226 through 265, and they were inserted 1 in every 4 packs from Series 2 packs only. So if you're trying to chase Vince and Dirk and Pierce, those are the big 3. There are some other ones in there, but Vince, Pierce, and Dirk are the big dogs. The big three clear-cut Hall of Famers. Those cards can be found 1 out of every 4 packs in Series 2. In Series 2 packs only. All 3 of those are in the base set. Unlike last week when we were looking at the Linchpins card, those rookies were not in the base set. And so you can get your Vince, your Pierce, and your Dirk rookie cards in 98 Skybox Premium. As you can see on the screen, Jordan, and look at his arms, man. Look how cut this dude was. This was, after Jordan figured out to take a beating, he needed to hit the weights. He is an absolute animal in this picture. His arms look like Giannis's, to be quite honest with you. But Jordan is card number 23 of the base set. This card that you're looking at on the screen in PSA 10 condition sells for approximately $280 in PSA 10 condition. It's a Pop 70. It's a relatively rare card by base standards. Skybox Premium was a high-end set. So not quite as many printed, and the base cards from high-end sets like Metal Universe and Skybox Premium and Flair Showcase and sets like that are a little bit more valuable than your average, Upper Deck or Ultra or Fleer, later years Fleer or Hoops base cards. The most notable insert sets in 1998 Skybox Premium. Today we're talking about the Intimidation Nation, but some other notable inserts are the 3D, which are inserted 1 in every 96 Series 1 packs. The autographics, and here I'm going to pull some of these up just so you can kind of see what these other sets look like. Here's the 3D. A lot of people are familiar with this set. Let's pull up the Kobe. You guys have seen these. They're super artistic, kind of almost cracked ice covering their faces and whatnot. So the 3D is 1 insert set. Those are 1 in 96 Series 1 packs. The autographics are included as well. My understanding, and this is a little confusing, so someone comment if I get this wrong, but autographics, as you can see, are inserted 1 in 68 Series 1 packs, 1 in 24 Series 2 packs, The cards are autographed, but they can also be found in Hoops, Metal Universe, Skybox EX Century, Skybox Molten Metal, Skybox Thunder. So all of them share the same checklist. So I think these cards were somewhat randomly dispersed between multiple products to form one checklist. There's also the super rare Autographics Blue, which are hand numbered to 50. And those are signed in blue ink. So those are obviously extremely rare and extremely valuable and really big chase cards for people. You can also find, obviously we're going to talk about our Intimidation Nation insert set. Net set was also included in here, as you can see right here. Those were 1 in 36 Series 1 packs. A much more rare Slam Funk, as you can see. Yes, Slam Funk were 1 in 360 Series 2 packs. And then you've got your Soul of the Game, which are 1 in 18 Series 1 packs. And then lastly, you have That's Jam, which were inserted 1 in 96 Series 2 packs. So that's it for the insert sets that are kind of note. You've also got your Fresh Faces and a couple of other ones, but those are the big dogs. And then as far as parallel sets go, there's only one parallel set to the 1998 Skybox Premium, and that's the highly sought after, highly coveted Star Rubies parallel set. Cards number 1 through 225 are serial numbered to 50, and cards number 226 to 265 are serial numbered to 25. So that is it for your insert sets coming from 1998 Skybox Premium. That just kind of gives you a general background of the set in general. So let's take a look at the card itself that we're here to talk about today. We're talking about this 1998 Skybox Premium number 8 Jordan card. We'll look at my PSA 8. The really cool thing about this set, there are 10 players in the set. 7 of the 10 are Hall of Famers. To rattle them off, it's MJ, Shaq, Kobe, KG, Grant Hill, Peyton, and Duncan. Twan and Van Horn are also in the set. I'm trying to remember the 10th player in the set. Let's pull it up real quick so we just know. So Van Horn, Kemp, and Antoine Walker are the 3 non-Hall of Famers. Some people think Kemp has a chance. So looking at my card, let's look at the front of it. It's just a big close-up, right? All 10 of these cards are just big close-ups of the players' faces, but it's in incredible detail. It's really focused on 10 at the time, really intimidating players for one reason or another. Obviously, those 7 Hall of Famers that I reeled off are about as intense as it gets. Even Duncan was a silent assassin amongst that group. Obviously, Shaq, KG, Kobe, MJ, Peyton, all of those guys were just, stare daggers through you, but really cool close-up of Jordan here in his white Bulls home uniform on the front with the silver etched Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls down there in a pretty cool font with the Skybox Premium label. If we roll to the back, it looks like almost like fire, so it's almost like it was taken out of Hot Shots, right? The die cut insert of Hot Shots. But I always like to read these narratives on the back, and it says 6 rings, ? Don't stop there, Mike. Why don't you keep going and make it 7? I'm sure the world was praying that he would. All you have to do is lead the league in scoring again, like you did last year. 1.7 steals again wouldn't hurt either. So that's what we've got here. Jordan in his black uniform with the, I think he's got the ball in his hands, probably, in triple threat position or about to catch the ball. But that's it for the card, guys, as far as looking at the card. I always like to give you guys this table here, so let's get let's look into the numbers. Let's dive into the numbers, the pop, the values, the history of these cards and whatnot. This is kind of really what you guys like to take in. I've got it pulled up on the screen here. Hopefully you guys can see this and get a good snapshot of this. It should be coming up pretty good on your screen. So if you want to screenshot this, if you know how to do that on your computer, do that. If not, just take your phone, hold it sideways, and get you a nice picture of this table. This information was gleaned from my data pricing tool of choice, Card Ladder. I'm a Card Ladder Pro member. If you're not one and you collect Jordans, shame on you. You should be. I don't get any kickbacks. I don't get any financial incentive to steer you to Card Ladder. As of yet, as far as I know. I just like it. And anytime I like something, PWCC, Card Ladder, different stuff like that. I just kind of share it with you, But anyway, this is all information that was gathered from Card Ladder. As a Card Ladder Pro member, I have access to it. I've got the 4 grades that we usually talk about: the PSA 10, the BGS 9.5, so both Gem Mint, and then the both of the mints, PSA 9 and BGS 9. Talking generally about the PSA 10, as you can see on your screen, it's a Pop 11, BGS 9.5, Pop 11. So there's 22 Gem Mint copies of this card in the world. Okay, that's not very many, fellas. It looks like 137 total have been graded. That's not very many either. The Jordan card is 1 in 3,600 packs. Like we said, it's 1 in 360 Series 1 packs. Remember, if you're chasing it, it's Series 1, Series 1, Series 1. But it's 1 in 3,600 packs. That's pretty tough pack odds. There's no way to recreate this and go back and bust 3,600 Series 1 1998 Skybox Premium packs. We're about to go look at eBay and try to search for boxes, and you'll see just how scarce these boxes are. So as far as recreating this and trying to pull the card out of boxes, good luck with that. The gem percentage is actually pretty decent for each by Jordan insert standards: 20% for PSA, 14% for BGS 9.5. The last BGS 9.5 card, as you can see, sold for $1,750. Can you see my cursor right here? Don't get excited. That was, let's see, I think in 2017 or something like that. Card Ladder predicts the value of the card in BGS 9.5 condition to be about $15,000. As you can see, there was a relatively recent sale right here of the PSA 10 for $22,140. And if you recall from the great boom of first quarter 2021, the PSA 10 sold for a mesmerizing $48,150. Only one time has a PSA 10 or BGS 9.5 sold this year. It was the PSA 10. It sold for $22,140. Guys, look over here in this column where we chart the growth in population of this card since April of 2021. So I guess we're getting at around 9 months now, something like that. The card has not had another Gem Mint copy graded by either of the big companies. There have been 5 shots at it. 3 of them came back PSA 9. 2 of them came back BGS 9. I didn't chart the population growth for 8s and below, but I'm sure there's a couple in there. But like I said, not a lot of cards, guys. Adding only 5 total between the 2 companies to the mint population and none to the Gem Mint population. Really not a lot of data we can gather out of these last 2 columns right here: average price per 6 months and percentage price change. There's just not much there to work with in any of these grades because there hasn't been that many sales. I guess you could work with your BGS 9. This is actually in the last year. I've got 6 months up here because I meant to change it, but I looked at the last year. 6 have sold in the last year in BGS 9 condition. Only 1 PSA 9, and you guys can see their sold price, the gem percentage, and the total value on that chart. So hopefully that chart helps you guys out a little bit. Whoops, let me get out of there. Here we go. All right, so let's keep scrolling. There's no BGS 10s. There's no BGS 10 black labels, not only of Jordan, but of any of the players in this Intimidation Nation set. There's never been a BGS 10 or black label graded for any of the players. There's only 22 combined Gem Mint copies in the world for PSA and BGS. How often does it sell in the open market? We've already looked at the table. The card has sold 1 time in Gem Mint condition in the past year. And then, mint conditions only sold 8 combined times. That, again, just like we said last week with the linchpins. I'm sorry, guys. Let me get this right. Just like we said last week with the linchpins, this card is not grading scarcity, it's manufactured scarcity. Okay, 1 in 3,600 packs. So this is a legit Grail type Jordan card in Gem Mint condition. I've got our eBay searches up. We searched 1998 Michael Jordan Intimidation Nation because I wanted to catch everything I could, and this is what came up: a pack and a BGS 8 for $3,500 from Burbank, which is a great sports card shop over on the West Coast in California. One of the bigger sellers on eBay, and certainly a trustworthy source. But that's it, fellas. That's all you're getting. 1 card that you can buy on eBay. and one pack if you're a real gambler and you want to chase some of those really cool inserts from Skybox Premium. When we search for boxes, not much better. We get two options. One, it's an auction here for $1,200 with 3 days left. Today's Tuesday, so this will probably be just about to end by the time you guys see this. Oh, actually, it will probably have just ended by the time you guys see this video on Friday. And today is March 1st. That's the date I'm recording this. So this one will have closed. I don't know if it'll get the bids or not. And then $3,500 or best offer if you want to buy one of the boxes yourself. But this is Series 1 here. They both say Series 1. This box looks a little bit different. They're shaped different. I'm not an expert on the boxes. So you guys kind of do your own research before you buy sealed wax. Anyway, that's what we're looking at on eBay. Really not much to work with. What do I own? What do I own, and in what grade? And am I looking to buy, sell, or hold? We always ask that question. I like to tell you my thoughts on where I stand with the card. As we talked about, I own this PSA 8 condition, this PSA 8 copy here. You can see on my PWCC handy link that I've created from my vault. It's sitting nice and safely in my vault. I'm happy with it. Like I said, it's got some frosty corners. Again, anything is going to show up in a high def picture this massive. So I don't know if you guys can tell, down, bottom left, bottom right, or whatever. But it's kind of hard to put it on the screen, but you can just see the faintest white down here, under this corner, and then really all the corners, you're going to see that. I'm happy with the PSA 8. It's really tough to find this card, as we just looked at in those tables in PSA 9 or especially PSA 10 or BGS 9.5. Not only is it hard to find the damn card, but you're looking at a pretty large price tag as well. It looks like I'd really like to find the card in BGS 9.5. I'm not looking to spend 25 grand to grab this one. I have other big fish to fry for 25 grand. There's other cards I would grab before this one. I'm actually somewhat dabbling at collecting this set in as high a grade as I can get for each card. Right now I've got, Shaq PSA 10, I've got Jordan PSA 8, and I've got Sean Kemp PSA 9. I've got about 12 to 15 raw that I've picked up. And I'm just waiting on PSA to reopen their value grading, which hopefully Nat can come through and do that at some point in 2022. I think they said mid-year 2022. We'll see. We'll hold them to it. But when that value comes back, I've got about 12 to 15, Van Horns and Antoine Walkers and Gary Paytons and Duncans to send off to PSA and hope for the best. So I'll get those slabbed, and I'll start kind of chipping away and working on the best set I can get. PSA 10 set is out of the question. Just not going to happen. It's just too hard, just too rare, just too scarce. But maybe if I mix in some 9s, 10s, and 8s, I'd be pretty happy with putting that set together. I think it would look really good posting something like that on Instagram. Just something really cool to collect. I am looking to grab a 9.5. PSA 10, probably not. Even if one became available to me by instant message or, Instagram Messenger or something like that, I'd probably pass on it. 9.5, I would look at if the price was right. I'd probably be looking somewhere in the 12 to 15 range if I had to guess. That's just a total guess, considering the last PSA 10 sold for 22. As we always try to do, in PSA 10 condition, this is a Grail level card. You know how I split it. Cajun Cardboard splits it this way. 20 grand and above is Grail, so PSA 10s are Grail. High end, I consider 10 to 20,000. BGS 9.5 fits squarely in that high end market. Mid end is 5 to 10,000. PSA 9s fits squarely in that 5 to 10,000 range, and then BGS 9s are also in that mid range, somewhere between 5 and 10. PSA 9s pushing high end. They're probably, the next one may sell for 10,000 plus. I don't really know, but BGS 9s probably squarely in that mid range, just over $5,000, and it's probably a little bit easier to obtain. So cards with a similar, fair market value to our Intimidation Nation card. We start here with the 1987 Fleer card on your screen. Wow, this card's been on a crazy ride. If we look at the last 2 years, it's even crazier. There it is, like I always try to tell people, don't look at 1 year, look at 2 years, because you can then start from here and realize the card's gone up 410%. If you look at 1 year, you get ill and you're like, the card's down 50%, it's the end of the world. But again, remember what happened in first quarter 2021. There you go, right in the heat of it. It sold for 40 grand. This card's about a $22,000 card in PSA 10 condition. It's pop 208. So that's comp 1. Comp 2 is this 1998 Flair Showcase, which has been the featured card on Explore the Card in a prior episode. If you're interested in this card, go check it out. It's a beautiful card. It is serial numbered to 1000. It's only a pop 32, and Card Ladder has it at about a $20,000 card as well. Doesn't come up very often in PSA 10 condition. And then the third card that's comparable in value is probably a little bit more valuable, but I'll put it up here. It's the PSA 10 Rave Reviews from 1997 Z-Force. This card's really bounced around in the last year. In the last 2 years, it just doesn't sell very much. It's a pop 17, so even a lower pop than our Intimidation Nation, well, about the same, pop 17, Intimidation Nation's pop 11. I personally would prefer this Rave Review that you see on the screen, and so my order of these 4 comparable cards would be Rave Reviews number 1, even though it's a little bit higher pop than Intimidation Nation. I would have Intimidation Nation right here, number 2 on my list. Number 3 on my list, I would have the Flair Take It to .net. And then number 4 on my list, I would have this 1987 Fleer's second year Jordan card, which I think I have in a BGS 9.5 condition. But I would have that card. Last of these 4, just because it's easiest to obtain because of the higher pop value. Let me know in the comments which order you would take these 4 cards in. If I'm missing anything, also if I made any mistakes, I apologize. I try to put these videos together as accurately as possible, but I do make mistakes. Let me know in the comment if I did. Where do I rank this card you're looking at on your screen? On the Cajun cardboard scale of relevance, I'm going to rank it exactly the same place that I rank the linchpins. I put this as an 8 out of 10 on the Jordan, Cajun cardboard card, relevance scale. I think it's probably an 8 out of 10 as far as priority and necessity for a fully, kind of a fully shaped Jordan collection. Again, there are cards that are 9s, there are cards that are 10s. Those cards are probably out of reach for a lot of human beings, not named Nat Turner or Spinatron or Donald Trump, but this card's probably an 8 out of 10. Like I said, in PSA 10 condition, it's a Grail, it's a pop 11. I mean, those don't come around very often. This card might even be pushing 9 out of 10 on the list, but I put like red PMGs as 9, green PMGs, and like Masterpiece 1 of 1s, would be. In autographed jersey cards from Upper Deck in the 90s would probably be 10 on that scale. So Intimidation Nation fits right there next to linchpins as an 8 out of 10. Comment below. Let me know, guys, what card do you guys want me to feature on episode 17 of Explore the Card? This was episode 16. As always, I like to thank all of the websites that I gathered the information from. eBay, Card Ladder, Trading Card Database, PWCC Vault is an invaluable resource for me in my collection. Really helps me share my cards and get deals done. It's real easy to move cards in and out, whether you want to keep them in hand, you just get them, request them to get shifted. So I can't stress enough how crucial the PWCC Vault is to what I do with my collection and what I'm looking to do with it moving forward. As always, thank you guys for listening. Don't forget, every Monday we have a PWCC recap of the PWCC Weekly Auction. Every Thursday I do a PWCC preview of what's coming up and ending on that Sunday. So I give you about a 3 or 4 day head start and a good look at what's in the auction. We do PWCC Premier recaps, but those only occur once per month. And we do PWCC Premier previews as well. And then I'm doing some really fun videos in between, on days in between, usually weekends, where, we look at the ultra-modern NBA. We look at some investing type issues and questions. I like to put questions out there for you guys to ponder and think about and comment about. And then I've got a really cool video I'm super proud of. It's my masterpiece. It's my Da Vinci so far. It's coming out on March 6th. That is 5 days from now. I really think you guys are going to like it. I'll give you a hint. Boom shakalaka. That's my hint. You guys got to figure out what the video is about. I really think that the hobby's going to like it. I really think that people my age in their 40s and probably early 50s even are going to like it. But that's the only hint I'm going to give you. But I really think it's something you're going to like. If you like my content, please do me a favor and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. The channel is growing. It sounds like the word's spreading that I'm doing things a little bit differently and covering a bunch of different kind of niches of the hobby. So ultramodern investing, 90s cards, 2012 Prism, just basketball related stuff. Who's going to win MVP? What do the standings look like? How are the playoffs going to shake up? Who's a good buy right now? I don't get paid for investment advice. I'm not that guy. I like to try to make my own money investing. I also sometimes collect regardless of whether it's a good investment or not. For those of you who know me, that some of the things that I'm doing are probably not the most financially savvy. But what can I say? When you're a collector and you're a set collector, you don't really care. You want the piece and you want to put it in your collection. So anyway, I'm trying to do content that appeals to everybody. If you've got any ideas or anything you want me to feature, especially in the next episode of Explore the Card number 17, let me know, and I'll do my best to get there. Again, thanks for listening. Hit the subscribe button. Comment if you got anything to put in. Just please stay positive and clean, and hit the bell icon for notifications because I'm releasing new videos, probably 5 or 6 a week right now. So hope you guys are enjoying it. Thanks again. Click one of these, I should point this way. Click one of these videos that you're going to see on this end screen. Keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby, guys, and peace.